In the Vedas, Almighty God advises all of us, all the human beings, to aim for at least 100 years of age. God says in the 40th chapter, second mantra, Jiji Vishe Chatang Samaha. इच्छा करो, जीने की इच्छा करो. You must desire to live at least 100 years. I often get questions in my WhatsApp number or in my email or in the YouTube that I am feeling lonely, I'm feeling bored, I'm in depression, I don't feel any enjoyment in living this life, I want to die early, I don't know what to do. This kind of comments comes in my channel often. And Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati gives very, very important advice when he commented this mantra. When we read the Bhavartha Bhashya, I already made a video some time back, but I want to re-clarify or remake this topic so that someone could be benefited by this. Paramatma says, Jiji Vishe Chatang Samaha. Don't ever think of dying early. We must not think of dying early. Why? Because when you die early, you are losing a very great opportunity. I'll try to explain to you with a small example. This example is not my example. I listened it from one Acharya in Arya Samaj. He gave a very, very beautiful example. He says, you are having dukh in your life. I understand you are having dukh in your life and you want to end this life early. But don't do it. Why? Like he gave an example that you are preparing a very good kheer, payasam in Tamil. You prepare a very, very tasty kheer in your house with pure desi milk, and then you add a little bit of rice and cook it, boil it, and then you add dry fruits, badam, pista or whatever beautiful dry fruits, kajur, etc. you add, and then you make it so tasty and you are served with that. And when you start eating it, you get a stone when you bite it. When you bite the rice, the kheer, you get a stone. First spoon you are getting a stone. Then after 10 spoons you are getting a stone again. And after 10 spoons you are getting a stone again. You can still manage. Okay, after finishing the kheer, the cup of kheer, you will say, okay, fine, it was tasty, but one or two stones were there. Small stones were there. It was irritating, but it's okay. This is a normal life. This is our life. Present life is like this. When we want to die early, what happens? These stones gets accumulated and come at once in the next janmas. So that means you are eating a kheer, very tasty kheer, very purely prepared, and when you start eating it, you get a stone in every bite. You will just throw it away. You don't like it, right? So, and that point of time, you will be compelled to eat all the 20 spoons of kheer, and every spoon has got one stone in it, and you will be unable to bite it. You will be irritated, but you are forced to eat. That will be the state when you die early. So never ever think of dying early. Never ever try to finish your life early, either by suicide or by ichcha. Many people have ichcha to die early, and because of that ichcha, they die early also. Paramatma says, don't desire to die early. Desire to live up to 100 years of age. That's the message of Paramatma. And Maharishi says, alasya ko chodna padega. Give away laziness. Number one thing in our life, we must give away laziness. If we are lazy, we are inviting dukh in our life. We are inviting rogue in our life. We are inviting all problems in our life when we are lazy. So number one thing, the most important thing is alasya ko chodna padega. Giving away laziness. We must give away laziness, number one. And Paramatma ko sarvasresht mankar. By we must accept Paramatma as sarvasresht, sabse uttam. We must accept Paramatma as supreme, and we must follow his agya. We must follow his instruction in the Vedas and do Shubh Karma. Number 2 point, Maharishi writes. परमात्मा को सर्वश्रेष्ठ मानकर उसकी आज्ञा पालन करो, शुभ कर्म करो. Follow his instructions from the Vedas and accept Paramatma as the most supreme in your life. This is the second step for us to live long life. And number 3, अशुभ कर्मों को त्यागना पड़ेगा. We must every day we must try to give away one ashubh karma. We do thousands of ashubh karma in our life, right? We do thousands of we have thousands of sinful tendencies inside us. Not thousands, crores. So every day try to give away some sinful tendency, and these sinful tendencies are within kam, krodh, madlob, ahankar, rag, dvesh only. Within this only all the sinful tendencies are there. So अशुभ कर्मों को त्यागना पड़ेगा. We must work towards giving away अशुभ कर्मा. त्यागना. Just forsake, just give away अशुभ कर्मा on a daily basis. Give away laziness. Follow the instructions of Paramatma. Accept Paramatma as your most supreme authority. And give away अशुभ कर्मा. Then what happens? Then very very important point, brahmacharya ke sevan. Follow brahmacharya in your life. And by following brahmacharya, Maharishi writes, you will learn vidya and you will give away avidya. When you follow brahmacharya, you will start learning vidya, you will start learning knowledge of Vedas slowly in your life, and you will start giving away avidya. And how to follow brahmacharya? By controlling the upasthindriya. There are 5 jnanendriya, 5 karmendriya, and one of the karmendriya is upasthindriya, the genital, the organ of genitals. So you must control your upasthindriya. When you follow brahmacharya, you must control your upasthindriya. One guy asked some question. I did not reply to him yesterday. He was asking a question about this about this topic of brahmacharya. It was like not a good way of asking such questions, especially in a channel like in an open forum. I request those people not to ask such questions. Be always God fearing. Don't speak like that. If you have this kind of doubts, always ask personally. Don't ask in YouTube channels. Anyway, so Maharishi writes, अपने उपस्थ इंद्रियों पर संयम करो. ये ब्रह्मचर्य है. Controlling the genital organ to gain vital strength. Then what happens? Parakrami ban jayenge. We will become parakrami. Parakrami does not only mean physical strength. Parakrami means daringness in our mind. We will become totally fearless. When we become a brahmachari, we will become totally fearless. We will not fear death. We will not fear anybody who is doing anyaya to us. We will not fear. We will be daring enough to ask questions to others, and we will be daring enough to protect others, because we follow brahmacharya, and we will also start understanding vidya, and we understand Paramatma very well. So we will become very much fearless. Like many people, one question came to me that will you ever travel Air India again in your life? The answer is yes, I will travel Air India. I don't have fear of traveling in Air India, because it is not. See, this is an accident, or I don't know, I hope this is accident. There could be other reasons, I don't want to comment, but if this is an accident, it's an accident. Accident can happen. Even if you have a Rolls Royce, even if you have BMW, you can get into accident. So flying Air India is not a problem, and being an Indian carrier, we must be proud to travel in our own state-owned, not state-owned, it's owned by Tata Group. So there is no fear. I have traveled Air India several times in the past, and I will continue to travel. I also have this the Star Alliance membership, so I prefer to travel in Air India whenever possible. And I have traveled Air India several times to China. Before COVID, there was a direct flight to China, or a connecting flight from Bangalore to China. And the timing is very suitable, and I used to travel China every month before COVID. So I always take Air India, and inside India also, if it's an official trip, I prefer Air India than Indigo, because Air India, the takeoff and landing is always smooth as per my experience. So the main thing is you will come out of this kind of fear. Yesterday one person messaged me that my family has told you cannot travel to Acharya by flight, you must go by train. So I was laughing. This is like childishness. Anyway, I told him that okay, after some time, after 2-3 months, everything will be normal, don't worry. So main important thing is you will become fearless by adopting brahmacharya and by controlling on your upasthindriya. And when you control on your upasthindriya and adopt brahmacharya, you will automatically long for more life. Means you will not have thinking of dying early, for sure, 100%. And then also Maharishi writes, thereby thereby अल्प आयु मृत्यु, अल्प आयु में मृत्यु की कामना मत करो कभी भी. अल्प आयु में मृत्यु नहीं होगी. When you adopt brahmacharya, when you control your senses, when you are dedicating your life towards Paramatma, when you adopt Paramatma as your supreme Malik, then you will never die early. You will die at your proper age. You will live long life. Alpayu mein mrityu nahi hogi. You will not have early death in Alpayu. And also Maharishi writes one more important point in this regard is Yukta Ahar Vihar. You must eat proper diet. Following brahmacharya does not only mean controlling the genitals. Following brahmacharya also means adopting ahimsa in life, eating vegetarian food in life. And eating yukta ahar vihar means if it's a summer season, eat accordingly to summer season. If it's rainy season, eat accordingly to rainy season. If it's winter season, eat accordingly. Don't eat summer season food in winter and winter season food in summer. So this is yukta ahar vihar. We must understand and take food accordingly. So thereby you will live at least up to 100 years of age. Touch wood, if no external thing happens, like somebody does not come and harm you or kill you, etc., or you are walking on a road and there was a bullet shooting and then you die. That's a different case. I'm just telling that you will not die because of rogue, you will not die because of depression or loneliness, etc., etc., when we follow this. And further Maharshi writes, when you strive very hard to do Shubh Karma, when you strive very hard, you will automatically start reducing your sinful tendencies and you will automatically start adopting Vidya in your life. You will learn Vidya by Brahmacharya and you will adopt Vidya also in your life, and your sinful tendencies will automatically come down because you are striving hard towards this mantra. Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati, I personally feel that when he writes a Veda Mantras Bhashya, he sits in his samadhi and writes it. Of course, he did not write, he dictates. He has dictated in Sanskrit to his disciples and they wrote it. This is in Hindi, he did not write the Bhashya, Veda Bhashya. But even when he is dictating a Veda Mantra Bhashya, I really feel that it is not Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati's words. I feel it is God's words spoken out of Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati's mouth. And that is the power of... Now I will read in Hindi. See the power of this mantra, what Maharishi writes. The Hindi translation, I will not read in Sanskrit, but Hindi. See, Manushya alasya ko chod kar सब देखने हारे न्यायाधीश परमात्मा और करने योग्य उसकी आज्ञा को मानकर शुभ कर्मों को करते हुए अशुभ कर्मों को छोड़ते हुए ब्रह्मचर्य के सेवन से विद्या और अच्छी शिक्षा को पाकर उपस्थित इंद्रिय के रोकने से पराक्रम को बढ़ाकर अल्प आयु मृत्यु को हटावे, अल्प मृत्यु को हटावे, युक्त आहार विहार से 100 वर्ष की आयु को प्राप्त होवे। जैसे जैसे मनुष्य सुकर्मों में चेष्टा करता है वैसे वैसे ही पाप कर्म से बुद्धि की निवृत्ति होती है और विद्या अवस्था और सुशीलता बढ़ती है। Ultimate explanation of the mantra. So this is the advice of Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati for all of the humanity. So never aim to die early, always desire to live up to 100 years of age. Remember the example of this Kheer example. When you want to die early, you may die also early, but next Janma the dukh will be doubled or tripled. You will have to eat stone in every bite of your Kheer. And that point of time you will not be in a mental situation to even think that you can escape this. So you will be in a tie, you will be tied in a rope, so you will not be able to escape at that point of time. So never aim to die early is the message of Vedas and Rishis. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.